You know what, Anthem? I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed. Hey everybody, welcome to Bleakwell Gaming. Today, I'm going to be talking about Anthem and what my thoughts are so far. So, as you can tell from my intro statement, I, along with a lot of other people, are disappointed with what the game has turned out to be. There's a lot the game leaves to be desired. There are definitely things Anthem does well, but there's a lot of other issues that go along with them. Before I get too into it, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with future content and videos. Also, follow me on Twitter and Twitch for more updates as well as live streams. I've got a lot of fun things coming up, so stay tuned. Alright, let's get started with the bad because, as I've stated before, the bad will always be remembered, and I don't like to leave off on a negative point of view, especially for an initial video when I still have a lot to discover. Anthem is a game that I was extremely hyped about. The thought of flying around like Iron Man, smashing and blowing things up sounded exhilarating, coupled with the fact that it would come from Bioware, a company that is so renowned for good story writing, ignoring the few times they've screwed up. I had high hopes. Unfortunately, those hopes were cut down by disappointment. The game has quite a few bugs, which a lot were fixed from the private and open demo, but it still has a lot, not to mention the excessive loading screen that plagued the early release. Now, I'm not going to complain too much about early release because that's an issue in and of itself, as a lot of people who bought this game still didn't get to play until a week later, but this video isn't to talk about issues with the publisher, rather the game itself. Anthem strives to be a story-driven, single-player game, but does so in a multiplayer setting, and the way it was interpreted has left it feeling disjointed. It's a very confusing feeling being told to play by yourself, but then play with others at the same time. The main hub, Fort Tarsis, is a single-player experience and has you spend a lot of time there if you want to delve into the lore of the world. The story doesn't mention anything about other freelancers that are real people aside from you. But when it does come to mission time, well, there's 4 of you, but it continues to treat it as if you're all one person. It just doesn't feel right. The constant load screens switching from zone to zone, area to area, even within the same mission, gets tiresome and really ruins the immersion. The game is beautiful. The world is stunning, but it feels empty and free roam feels pointless aside from when the story requires you to do something in it, which might as well have been another mission rather than free roam. It sucks to see the effort Bioware put into building such a beautiful world go to waste, but if the game were truly open world, it would have been better off. They could have had you explore endlessly to your heart's content, add NPCs to engage with and talk to out in the open, and make the player hub equally open and not treat it so much like a single player experience. Even Destiny didn't make that mistake, and trust me, Destiny 2 made several mistakes. The story's interesting, I'll give Anthem that. To the point which I've reached so far, it's had me intrigued. The voice acting is very well done for the most part. Yeah, there's still cheese moments, but overall, it is good. The issue I find, however, is if you want to play with friends, you feel forced to rush through, leaving you and skipping details. You can't pay as much attention because they may be waiting for you to start a mission when you have so many different objectives and people to talk to in the main city before you can even start. It's a bit draining, really. I stick to my main point that the best part of the game is definitely the flying, and I stated that in a previous video. I just wish there was more of it. The combat, in my opinion, feels great, and I have no issue with it. I main a Colossus, and wow, is it ever fun to play, especially when you're with friends. Smashing your way through the enemies is unbelievably fun. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. Hulk smash at me, bruh. But really, all joking aside, I think the combat is fantastic, but even that still needs work. The Ranger feels too underpowered for being a jack of all trades, and if you play on hard, which we do at least until we hit 30 and can play harder, anything aside from the Colossus really feels underpowered. Anytime I try to play and got grouped with a team that didn't have a Colossus, we were in for a bad time. Overall, my experience with Anthem has been lacking, unfortunately. I'll still play it for sure, but there's a lot that needs to be fixed and added. So, what are your thoughts on this video or Anthem itself? Do you like the game? Are you one of those people who are disappointed? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Whether you like it or not, you won't be judged here. Everyone is entitled to an opinion, and this was just mine. I'm still open to hear other people's thoughts. Well, until next time, gamers, Bleakquill out.